What's going on, Secretary of Defense? Can you hear me pretty well? Do I look blurry? Senor Beethoven. Awesome possum. I'm going to check and see what my next video is. I purposely bumped that video up because I wanted to bump it up because so much stuff was flying in, and you guys all know I'm not really about negativity, so I went ahead and play the video out so the kind of crazy comments can quit flying. So I'm going to hit on that in a little bit though, but before I get started, I need to check some things out here. I try to be Michael, thank you. I don't try to be the man, I try to be a good one. Okay, so the next video is at 10:45. So I think that's enough time. You don't know the whole story about what, Susan? Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Bob, you posted a comedy piece on where at? What negative stuff? Oh, I got you. I see what I know what you're talking about now, Susan. Hola. Delisa, why were you being booted? Michael, you said, what's my opinion on R. Kelly? I gave my opinion. I like the song. The Chappelle video. How you doing, Barbara Cologne? Hope all is well with you, sis. Do I have a video of my comedy act? Wait a minute, I'm lost. Jackson 45. Oh, Bob, did you put it in the comment section though? Oh, Steve Fletcher, yeah. You know, like in the beginning of my video, when I tell people to check out, when I say when they go to church last guy, I say whenever you go to the beginning of my video, I say make sure you check out, click on playlist, and then playlist is going to bring up a bunch of different video topics. It's within those video topics. It's in the home entertainment comedy video segment. Oh my God, you talking about the comedy part, man? I love that, man. That dude was talking about my mom and my aunt. Oh man. See, very important information there, Steve. See, very important information. You didn't read the manual to your car. Now you don't know how to change the windshield wipers. Andrea Dickerson, how are you doing? Dixon. Oh my God, yeah. On the cops, he said. Andrea's getting sleepy. Oh wow, Michael, that's crazy. Helped you through a divorce. That's good. Hope everything is well with you now. James Day, appreciate that, sir. Do you still lime queen? I have no idea what that means. All right, Delisa. I don't know how that got you in trouble, but sure. Spoiler alert, God wins, huh? Well, before I played that last video, that should have been something that should have been said before that video was played, because people was going in. But no matter what, though, just like Jesus said when that woman was caught in adultery, he that is without sin, he said, cast the first stone. Shut down. Did what I think I seen it a long time ago. We actually in the Chicago area, we actually seen the video. Yeah, it wasn't too. I don't think it would be a second one, Steve. No, Dad, we didn't want just on the news. I'm talking about like the tape. Like my brothers, them, the tape. Everybody's seen the actual real deal tape. Like I seen the real deal tape. But that I was like, gosh, like 17 years old or something when that happened. That was way long time ago. That's why Dave Chappelle did that video on that, because it actually happened in the video. But the thing is, though, is that what I think the crazy thing is this: if the family, see y'all, the news will give y'all a different thing. Like if you actually live in the spot where the stuff is going on, you get the real deal. But the news can go back to their states or whatever they're from and tell their view or whatever what happened. But yep, I seen Passion of the Christ. I liked it. Appreciate that little B Pursley. I don't really have a very favorite video that I commented on so far. How long does it take to push out a ball? Let's see. You want to count? What was that about? What? 2-3 seconds? That's how long it takes. Oh yeah, I took that video down. Do you remember? Were you there when I did Great Gig in the Sky? Do you remember what happened? Oh yeah, Susan, I seen your email on that. Senior Beethoven, why can't you live stream? You can do it now on your phone if you download the YouTube app. Oh, Steve Fletcher, you want to know why I took it down? I'm not famous. I'm just a dude, man. I'm not famous at all. Oh, Jiggin Brown? No, I took it down. People that are like diehard fans of Great Gig in the Sky or even Pink Floyd, period, they were livid because just think about this. That's what makes if you do something like this, you really gotta have like you know, you really gotta have tough skin for stuff like this because people got mad and started cussing me out because I had no idea what was going on in that video, in that song, Great Gig in the Sky. I'm picking songs at random. And now you know how sometimes people will give you a song to do. Like now y'all know that sometimes whenever I do whenever I do a song, you hear me say something like, oh, this came from a subscriber and they said, hey, Ty, da 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 da. Well, early on in my, the Lisa got booted and can't come back now. Why? Okay, but anyway, early on when I was doing reaction videos, nobody was telling me about it. No, you know, like for instance, people say, hey, MRM, this song right here, it's about this or it's about that. So when I heard Great Gig in the Sky, I was laughing almost through the whole thing because I told them it sounded like a woman just was putting herbal essence nonstop in her hair. So, you know, if you ever seen the herbal essence commercial, you know what I'm talking about. So, and I was laughing through the whole song because that's what it sounded like. It just sounded like she just kept on putting herbal essence in her hair. And whenever, while I was laughing, that's what I ended up telling them. And they were mad. They was like, dude, it's about a video about a woman that was dying. I'm like, that didn't sound like dying. Ask Violet if you don't believe me. I'll try to now in your business. Richard Dixon always, man. Oh no, Susan, this is I put that down. I'm telling you, it was people were almost boycotting. Yeah. That's weird. But yeah, so that's why I took that video down. Do all video requests get played at some point? It's gonna be at some point, but I'm in here. I only put 75 in there at a time. Oh, Susan, I fired back. I mean, I fired back and still, you know, it still made people mad. But the thing is, all this became a learning curve for me. I really don't have a favorite song. Now, I got certain songs that stick with me a lot. I mean, certain songs hit me in different ways and move me in different ways. Like I told you the other night, JT had me listen to a song by this boy named Alec Benjamin, and it was called The Fountain. And I actually ended up looping the song and remixing it myself to where the boy, he just kept on repeating the chorus part over again because I love the harmony in there and I love the feel of the music. So certain music hit me in certain ways. I definitely like a lot of Beth Hart. When I get to see stuff live and see a person's passion being put off, I love that. The next video is going to be starting at 10:45. So, but no, JT, I'm telling you, I know I told you already before. That part in there, the too young. I've been listening to that over and over and over again for like the past 4 days. Seriously. I have that chorus part. I have that chorus part looped in there for like 15 minutes straight. Just him keep on singing that chorus part. I love that part. I don't know why. For some reason, it's moving the part. It just moves me. So. No, Steve, all Prince songs gets blocked. And the thing is, even if I try to do Prince, I know almost all of them because my mom played Prince a lot. But yeah, Alec Benjamin, I've been just stuck on that. I've been stuck on that too young part. That too young. I just kept on listening to that over and over and over and over and over. And I still do. Got to do more Nickelback. If it rolls out, Appreciate it. But yeah, the songs that goes in here, after I roll out the last one, I refill it back up with 75 songs, the next 75 on my list. Do I got any advice on how to spot pain? I got kicked in the calf and hurt some ribs and bruised a lot other stuff in my abdomen area. First of all, you probably want to get some ice on there, dude. And you might want to check and see if you have any yeah, JT is real cool. You might want to see, Jerry, if you have any go get checked out, make sure you ain't got no internal bleeding. Fill it with my recommendations. Dr. Vicky, if you have one song out of the recommendations that you wanted me to do mainly, what would it be? Oh my God. And now I look like Lionel Richie. Guys, y'all really starting to make that stereotype factual. Tina Garula, you posted in the comment section. Right, Jerry, but did they do an MRI on you or anything? Okay, I look like R. Kelly. Where's my Secretary of Defense? Caleb Heiser, are you saying that to be sarcastic? Senior Beethoven, I've done a few songs. I've done a few songs that I didn't care too much for. Caleb, yeah, woo. I look like Lionel Richie. Okay, R. Kelly, I've been told 50 Cent, somebody from the Temptations. What's the boy name to do? This Is America. Y'all had one night, I was looking like, see, I told you making a stereotype almost factual that all black people look alike. I hear you, Dr. Neurologist. Absolutely. I look exactly like myself. Karen feels I have no choice but to be myself. I can't be nobody else but me. Exactly, Bob. Wow, thank you, Dr. Vicky. Let me down slowly. I don't know, JT. I'm still stuck on the fountain. No, I totally understand. I understand, Doc. Yeah, I know Barrel 3014 is starting, but I think more people would rather stay in here than go to the actual reaction video. Who is it anyway, Barrelin? I don't even remember. Was there one incident that made you wake up from your earlier life of anger? Yeah. Said chats are more fun. We can always. Wait, what did Pixie say? What? Wait a minute, Pixie. Pixie, if you're trying to get my attention, you have to make sure that you spell out, put the @ sign, then start to spell out capital M, modern Renaissance man. And when you do that, I can see it, but otherwise it just looks like everybody's talking to everybody. Well, I guess I'm gonna just stay in here for right now since you guys all seem to want to talk. If I was short, fat, bald, and white, me and you could be brothers. Pixie Wings, I appreciate that. An X sign? Wendy, no. I have not. Secretary of Defense? Are you still here? You see that comment right above you, Secretary of Defense? I think it's time.
We've tried and tried and tried to come to a compromise with you, Kim of North Korea, but now you're fired.
Caleb, toodles. Jiggum Brown? Absolutely not. See, because here's the thing, I would have to actually have a conversation with you about how we have been taught and bamboozled into what we call saved. What is being saved? And saved is past tense, like saved from what? So that's going to open up a... Yeah, Vicky, I've done 2 Kid Rock videos. The first one I didn't care too much for. The second one, when he was with Martina McBride, I liked. I think I've done 3 of his. Again, just as a little bit of a throwing something out there. You see how Vicky spelled out Modern Renaissance Man? I know she's talking to me because when she does it that way, it jumps out. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. I have to show you what I'm talking about, because when you put it in there the right way, if you're trying to get my attention, look at that. See that orange? Ba-bam. Orange pops up. Now, imagine, I'm gonna make this bigger so you can get it better. Imagine seeing all these comets flying like this. See that? They're all flying. Now, the only ones that's gonna get my attention is the orange. See that? Like that, it's flying. Comets are flying, and all I'm gonna catch, only thing that's really gonna catch my eyes is the orange. All right. Nope, Deadwood, haven't seen none of that. Have I heard of Tori Amos? No. Now everyone does it and you will get lost. No, at least I can see the comments though, Susan. Because usually that's the only thing I'm going to pop up and see. Have I ever heard of a band, Orchestra Maneuvers in the Dark? They make some really weird electronic sounds. No, I've never heard of them. Will I review any Sadie songs if I roll them out, or if the patron has it? If I roll it out here by random, then I'm going to do what's ever in there. But if a patron requests it, then of course it'll be done within that month. Appreciate that, Summerlink. Fade is gamer. You would have to put that in the comment section below. Yep, it would be great if that song rolled out of the bingo ball one day or another. Oh, there's no comment section in the live chats? It's not? Jerry, man, yeah, Assassin's Creed. My favorite one was the Ezio series. That I love that one the best. I played Black Flag and all that, and oh wow, Kane, I have no idea. Hey, that is the weirdest thing. It is showed that it's blocked in 247 countries. I don't know what that is for. It's definitely not on my end. And when it says the uploader, Kane, it's not talking about me. It's talking about like I don't know if you ever uploaded a video, Kane, but I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. Uploader is not me. Uploader is actually YouTube. So I'm gonna show you what I mean by it. Yes, I play Red Dead Redemption 2. All right, so like when I want to upload a video, Kane, I go right here, right? And when I put in upload video, see that select files to be uploaded? I go to schedule, and then I can actually put one of my videos up here. Now, this right here is Uploader, which is YouTube. So Uploader belongs to YouTube. It's not saying, since I'm the one that put it up there, that I'm the uploader. Uploader is actually YouTube. If you get what I mean. You see what I'm saying, Kane? Is it? Hell, that's actually a free. The intro, that's actually a free song. Like I got that from YouTube as a song that is like free. It's like, did you find the community tab useful? Yeah, when I want to let the subs know that I'm going to be going live or I'm going to be posting videos. Lethal Weapon is a hottie. Uh-oh. Yeah, Kane, I did that. That's new to me and that's really weird. Said the dog gets jealous of you playing it. Well, no, if you go on YouTube, they have a list of songs that are copyright free. And you can use those songs and you won't get no copyright strikes or anything for it. So I don't know what. Wait, hold on. Pixie Wings, you can leave it on any video that I've done already thus far. So if any of the videos I've done tonight, you can go back to that video and leave it in the comment section. Live in country. Did I ever think I would be a fan of country? I really have no preconceived ideas of what I'm going to like or don't like. You know what I mean? Like it's like I go into it just with an open mind. So no, but it's just that people just get blown. People are so surprised because people got to understand every that grew up in this United States and this world are all not the same. So people get crazy, thrown off like, dude, you telling me you never heard of such and such? I'm like, no, because you and I, we come from two different worlds, two different upbringings. So just because everybody in your world grew up listening to country or been around country don't mean that everybody in my world did, and vice versa. So, but no. It ain't that I ever think that I would become a fan of country. I'm pretty much a fan of music. I think a lot of times too, guys, sometimes I think that even like what I found since I've been doing these reaction videos, it's almost like I want to write a book called since I've started reaction videos, because you guys have no idea the psychological things that have been impeded on people's mind, all from music. I mean, walls can go up. If I tell you, oh yeah, I listen to R&B and rap, it's like, oh well, it's the same stuff people do in church. The minute you tell somebody in church that you are of a certain background of religion, certain belief, all of a sudden a wall go up. I can't associate with you because you're Pentecostal and I'm apostolic, or I'm apostolic and you're Presbyterian and you're Lutheran and I'm Catholic and I'm Methodist, I'm Church of the Latter-day Saints, you know, I'm Jehovah's Witnesses. Anytime we put those walls up and label ourselves with a certain group or associate with a certain group, a wall go up. So I used to tease people in church when I grew up. I say, man, y'all ain't no different. I'm coming off the streets talking to church people and I'm telling them things like, man, y'all ain't no different than the gangs I grew up around. Y'all got y'all territory. Y'all got y'all group. Y'all got a certain way that y'all dress. Y'all ain't no different than the gangs on the street. You don't associate with the Bloods. You don't associate with the Crips. You don't associate with the GDs. You don't associate with the VLs. And then there can be family in gangs, blood. And because this family member is a VL, this family member is a GD, I can't be cool with neither one of my cousins because they own two different spectrums. I gotta be, I mean, it's like, I don't know, y'all both my cousins, y'all both my blood cousins, and now I can't associate with you because I'm gonna make my cousin that's a GD mad. And so it's the same thing. It's like in church, it's the same thing. I might have a family member that might be over going to this church, but because I belong to this church, we don't associate with them now. It's almost like it puts a wall between me and my family. Now there's tension there between my blood family. So what I learned is that within this music, for instance, I'll give y'all an example. I've been kind of messing with a few people, kind of getting their wheels turned, because if I say something about a song that I did not care too much for, if I'll be like, oh man, you know, that was all right for me, they'll go, oh, why? It's because it wasn't hip hop. And I'm like, see, look, you just straight made a stereotype. Oh, because I'm black, I'm definitely into hip hop, which I'm totally not. But my point is that look what it did. Instantly, without even thinking, his subconscious or her subconscious instantly said, you're into rap, you're into hip hop. Not having no idea that neither one of those things are what I'm into. I just like music. I like music with messages in it. I like poetry. I like opera. I like the stuff, period. But it's the fact that because I didn't like a song that this man is associated with or this woman is associated with, they instantly went on to the attack. Oh, you don't like it because it's not rap or it's not hip hop? I'm like, what does rap and hip hop got to do with the fact that I just don't like it? But good trying to throw shots at me, but it's not going to work. See, that's what I'm saying. We got these labels and stuff we put on. This is country. This is new country. This is old country. This is hip hop. This is rap. This is hardcore rap. This is soft rap. This is old school rap. This is new school rap. This is mumble rap. This is, man, I mean, it's like you like, I ain't no different than all these different religions. So, no, I didn't say I don't like hip hop. I mean, it all depends on what you're talking about, because you do know the hip hop workshop. You do know that hip hop is a religion. Modern Renaissance man, how do you handle all the negativity that I'm sure you get? Is it easy to ignore it, or can it affect you at times? Hey, Summer Linked, I'm telling you this. This is the God honest truth, and I mean this. Absolutely not. And people get mad because they think that it's like, they think it's me being cocky or whatever. It's not that I'm cocky. It just don't. I've been through too much stuff in life, seen too much stuff on the streets, had too many crazy experiences for somebody on the other spectrum of this camera that I can't even see or I don't even know, and I'm going to let some words that they say affect me? No. Now, I take constructive criticism in because constructive criticism means somebody is doing something to try to help me better at what I'm doing. But the minute I sense somebody trying to tear me down, it easily gets ignored. I don't get mad or nothing like that. I just blow them off. They get mad, but I just blow them off. And some people think that because I'm passionate when I'm talking, a lot of times they're like, oh man, he's getting mad. No, you trust me. If I'm ever mad, y'all will probably be like, okay, I'm unsubscribing because dude is crazy. No, I didn't see that, Jay-Z. JT, I mean. Senior Beethoven, I have no idea. But it don't matter though, because see, you have to, in things like this, you have to have a mindset that as long as I know who I am and what I do, I don't care what nobody, I'm serious. I really do not care what nobody think. If you say positive things about me, I still take that like, okay, that's cool. If you say negative things about me, I'm going to sit there and say, okay, that's cool. It's all on how I want. It's all about what I want to accept and what I want to bounce off. And that's how I treat negative thoughts. That's why I say I talk to people and I try to teach these young folks or even grown folks the superiority that your mind can have over such things that seem so small to you. But the thing is, if you let somebody bring you down to their level, they're going to beat you at that level. So the whole point of it is that my mind is superior to these feeble-minded folks that want to, because I know why you're doing it. If you're trying to throw hate, well, guess what? I'm full of love. So hate can never overcome love. Never. If you're full of darkness, the God in me is so full of light. So darkness will never overcome light. Light always, when you turn your lights on, what happens to the darkness? It disappears. It's just a given principle. It's a given law that anywhere that there is light, darkness is not going to be there. So it's that easy. So why am I going to sit there and let somebody put my light out so I can be just as dark as they are? Not going to happen. Absolutely, Doc. I definitely don't need no external validation. It's the fact that here's the thing. If you know who you are and your being, and that's the whole I don't know, guys. It's hard for me to explain. I just know a lot of stuff happened throughout my young life, and I learned a bunch of lessons throughout that time. Those lessons actually got pretty much imparted in me. They are part of who I am. That's why I'm like I am right now. That's why it's nothing. I don't care what nobody say about me, because if I set my mind to accomplish something to make a better tie, then what everybody else says does not matter to me. It does not, because I became the tie that I wanted to be and who he wanted me to be, not who everybody else think I should be or who I shouldn't be or what they think I should do or should not do. I'm doing what I want to do. I'm being who I want to be. I'm not living my life through somebody else's eyes, how they feel that I should be. That's not me. That'll be me. That'll be them. You know what I mean? So you're not even going to be you. Jerry, have a good one, sir. Welch, absolutely. So a lot of times that's why I say, people get mad. Absolutely, Summer. That's what I do. All about building. It's not going to do no one no good tearing nobody down. That's why tonight I was just it was kind of like interesting to see what everybody was saying about the whole R. Kelly thing. And I'm just like, especially now, see, that's what I'm saying. Me being a Christ follower, I'm not about to pass judgment on nobody, because I'm going to leave that for the world to do. If the man did something wrong and he's wrong for it, justice is going to take care of it. But even if they don't do the right thing, I don't even know. But all I know is this: Christ sat there and said, "He that is without sin cast the first stone." And then Paul said, "All have sinned and come short of the glory." So my whole point is this: if the man is guilty, he's going to need mercy. If he is not guilty, he's going to need mercy. So all in all, when it all comes down to it, what I noticed that Jesus did in the Bible a lot, he never really came to really condemn somebody, because he was all about trying to save them from who they are. So whatever's going on with him, I don't know, whatever it is, I don't know whether it's true or false, period. He needs to be helped with whatever issue he has going on that brought all of this up. So I don't know, but I just know one thing. I'm not here to sit there and, oh my God, you this. I'm not going to play that game, because if they play my life from the beginning on a screen, absolutely. I don't think nobody in this chat room will want their whole life to be displayed so everybody else can see. Appreciate that, Joni Johnson. Absolutely, Vicky. Welch, absolutely. The people that he was harder on is the ones that he felt they know better. That's why he said to them that know the truth and still turn to those wicked things, to them it's sin, but not to somebody that just, ain't following. God, here's the thing, guys. When it comes to, like, okay, I have Doc in here, how come we're not surprised when a cold makes you sick? How come we're not surprised when the flu makes you sick? How come we're not surprised at any of those things? Because the flu is a virus that makes you sick, A cold is a virus that makes you sick. So all I say is this: throughout the world, people are different. If you got somebody that is adulterous, somebody that is promiscuous, if you got somebody that is child molester, you got somebody that's a murderer, you got somebody that is a thief, why am I surprised when they actually are being who they are? To me, it's no different than, like I said, a cold is going to be a cold. The flu is going to be the flu until you give it some type of medicine or your white blood cells go and kill it off. But the whole point of the matter is, why am I being surprised at what people that are not following after him are doing? I'm not surprised at what people do. Hola, Courtney Kepesky. Not Doc Holliday. I'm talking about Dr. Vicky. You see that 8675309? 8675309. Vicky. Woo, earthquake. Absolutely, Susan. That's the thing. That's why I tell people all the time. Some people don't even know that your mind has been trained to just be negative and see negativity. You can't see nothing positive at all because your mind has been trained. Negative news, negative billboards, negative commercials. When I'm at work, I'll walk by in our very place of work. You will see things like a commercial going, "Have you been feeling like you don't want to go outside? Have you been not wanting to open the blinders in your house to see the light? Do you not want people to come over? You could be suffering from depression. And this is our 1 millionth prescription medication that we have right here." It's so much negativity everywhere that you don't even know that this stuff gets into your subconscious and gets in there subliminally, and all of a sudden it becomes a part of your own behavior, and then you're trying to figure out, how in the world did I even get like this? Some of y'all have told me that, like, I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden I don't know how I got like this. So that's when I talk to people, I try to go step by step, going way, way back, and you don't even have no idea. Something real small got planted in there and you agreed with it, which means you pretty much just continue to water it and agree with whatever that negativity is that got in your mind. And once it got in there, after a year or so, it became a part of who you are, and you have no idea where that behavior came from. But you will have friends and family that'll tell you, they'll say, "Oh man, you changed," and you get mad at them. "You don't change. I'm the same person I've been." And then look at you, look at you. So anyway, that's what I'm getting at, folks. That's why I try to push that off, is that you have to make sure that every time something comes on, you have to be skeptical of it. You have to test it. You have to see if your mind actually agree with it. Instead of that, you know what I mean? You have to do that. Absolutely, Dr. Vicky. Say critical thinking. No, it shouldn't be workshop. It's not critical thinking. It's actually just common sense. But somehow it got put away because of everything else that's going on. It's too much business. It's so much of this. Then you watch TV. Then you play the video game. And then you go outside and you're looking at billboards. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. People's minds have been just Man, just people minds have been just so crushed that folks don't even know how to get out of it. Oh yeah, Steve Fletcher, cash went out all right. Cash cashed out. When you're married to your depression, Avery, hey, I agree with you. I don't know, Courtney, but cash just turned into a bunch of coins. So, oh, Courtney, I hear you. But the thing is that with that, Courtney, you can be the light to that, though. The best thing you can do is just be supportive, not support in agreement with how the person is, but just being supportive of how that person is feeling. And here's the thing. If the person wants to get out of it, they have to be the ones to get out of it. Nothing you can say, nothing you can do is going to convince them to do it. People that are depressed, they're kind of stuck in the loop of constantly getting positive reinforcement of being depressed. It's crazy, but it's the truth. And until a person that's depressed, until they actually want to come out of it, there's nothing that you can do about it, if you know what I mean. Steve Fletcher, just do it, man. Oh no, man. That great gig in the sty, man. I'm telling you, I was laughing so hard through it because I'm telling you, it just sounded like the woman was she sounded like she was having the orgasm of her life. I'm serious, man. All right, Brown. See you later. Well, Senior, what it is that, you know, all you have to do is convince a person enough that they have something that they really don't have. All you got to do is get them to believe it. When they believe it, then they start to water it with their own negative thoughts and all this. And all of a sudden, the world looks completely different to them. You know what I mean? They start to actually feed into this whole thing, what's going on with them. But fear is going to be the biggest thing. A lot of people, I'm telling you, people are going to disagree with this, but a lot of times, people that I've dealt with and helped, they don't want to get out of depression sometimes because, one, of the attention that they get for it, and then also because they are fearful of actually being normal, or they're fearful of actually having equilibrium. It's crazy because, see, that depression gave them some kind of identity now. Like they felt like they were actually nothing until they became depressed. Now depression is who I am. So that's the main thing that I can relate to, if you know what I mean. Oh, Susan, I totally deleted it. Right now, hell, it is. Helena is like that right now. Hell, for real? That's weird. Wendy Austin, absolutely. Which one is it, hell? Is it the Luke? Is it the Luke Bryan? Barbara Cologne, you have a good one, sis. Hell, that's a recent thing that just started. It's never done that before. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea what's going on with that. Well, Karen Fields, here's the thing though. See, that's one of the things but like folks, a lot of folks think I just disagree with everything. I don't, but it's just hard for me to sit here and say that something has power to keep me from thinking. You know what I mean? If I'm not talking about no mind altering drugs, like somebody give you some cracking. I mean, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about where I'm supposed to believe that this medication is supposed to take me out of my depression because the medication didn't give me the depression. I know they say sometimes it can be a chemical imbalance. You might need some lithium, but if you did, how come it doesn't fix it when you take it once? Well, 333 TOS, you just depressed just tonight? Natasha Ramanova, that's awesome. That's awesome. Finally happy. I love hearing that. No, I don't. Yeah, senior, I don't go for none of that stuff, man. I don't. I mean, sometimes if you feel a certain way, that means that's a different personality. No, it's called emotions. It's just like if somebody tick you off and you mad the whole day, is that your anger side? Or what if somebody did something, you became happy, you're happy all day? Oh, that's this side. Or what if sometimes you just don't feel like doing nothing, you don't want to be bothered with nobody, you just want to stay at home and chill? That's just that side. Those are all nothing, simply just, these are emotions that we were meant to have while we're on this earth. If we weren't meant to have them, we won't have them. You know what I mean? It's like you don't see I know it's hard for some people to catch on to it. Natasha, I'm glad to hear that. I hope they continue. Vicky, absolutely. Way overdiagnosed. Luke Reddick, those bases right there came from a patient of mine. Absolutely. She gave me both of them as a gift. And my wife is asleep right now, but I can go in the room and show you guys a card of what she wrote to me. And she told me that, God told her to give those bases to me because he told her that I was a bass player and I love playing an instrument. She gave this whole spiel and she came and she gave those to me. Natasha, absolutely. I hope you continue to be happy. Guys, you know what? We was actually at I meant to say that we was actually at a little conference thing a few days ago. And guess what they found? One of the number one things to help people get out of their depression is helping somebody. SZ33TOS, yes, I do. It was. And if you see some of my older videos, even if you go like a week, go 3 weeks back or 2 weeks back, and you'll see me doing something in my intro. Karen Fields, absolutely, day by day. It's all here. You have control of your mind. Go out, Karen Fields, find somebody that you can actually help. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. You find people that you can actually help. I'm not just talking about monetary. I'm not just talking about, giving them words of wisdom. I'm talking about actually physically helping somebody. Go help down at a soup kitchen or something like that. Go talk to somebody that's homeless. You got so many avenues that can help bring you out of that, but most people are not going to give you that. They're just going to say, take this, go home. Mark Lowley, I believe that, man. Well, Senior Beethoven, that's part of the, see, here's the thing. That's why I say what I do Most people feel it and they understand, because people can feel when love and genuine, you know, when genuine help comes off of a person. Now, if I was just doing what I'm doing as a job, there ain't gonna be no. There's sometimes there's no emotions involved in it. Now, me working as a therapist in the school for PA, you have I reason why I do what I do, because I love people. I don't just do what I'm doing right now. Y'all seen some of the other videos. I help people fix on their cars, put ceiling fans up in their house. I do roofing. I do all kinds of stuff. If I had some of my people, co-workers I work with, and some of my patients, they would get on here and say, "Oh yeah, he actually remodeled my whole such and such. Oh yeah, he actually put a new toilet in for me." I just love helping people. Period. It's just who I am. But the thing is that most people do it because it simply is nothing more than a job. They really don't care about you. All they know is that they've been taught in school X, Y, and Z, and that's what they tell you, but there ain't gonna be no emotions involved in it. That's why if any of my patients that's in here right now watching me live, they would tell you I talk for real with these. I care about these people as individuals, not just they're my patient. I got their leg right and they're gone. No, I continue to, hey, how's it going? How's your husband doing? How's this doing? How's there a way I can help? Well, tell your husband to do that. I mean, it's just that's just who I am. Well, Wendy Austin, the crazy thing about it is that all you have to do is just talk with people. People gonna feel that light come off of you. Like me, for instance, me, never once, they can tell you in this chat room right now, never once have I ever got in this chat room and approached nobody and say, guys, I'm getting ready to talk about God to you guys. I just simply talk to people. I'm interested in people's stories. I'm interested in what's going on with their lives. I'm interested in finding a way that I can possibly help them. If not, I can lead them to the one that possibly can help them. And if I can't lead them to the one that can possibly help them, then I can lead them to definitely the number one person that can help them. But I don't push that on people. I don't bother them with that. They come to me with it because they can sense that coming off of you if you really do have it inside of you. That's what I said. A lot of people don't understand this thing is really, really real. And then the world system can actually try to keep you from understanding, actually trying to tap into that realness, because the world thinks that it can help you with your issues. But if they can help you, I mean, once I got help from him with everything that was going on in my life, it's been a complete change. I don't fight nothing. I don't battle with nothing. I don't battle with spirits and demons, and I don't battle with depression or oppression. I don't battle with people's crazy psycho attitudes, and I don't battle with none. I don't battle with their hatred because I'm already victorious over. So why am I going to sit there and get instigated into a fight that I've already won? I mean, if you sit in there boxing, you knock the person out and the referee says over, and that person steady talking trash like, no, I want to go again. You're like, dude, I already beat you. I've already beat you. So that's the way I feel about hatred. That's the way I feel about ignorant people. That's the way I feel about negativity. That's the way I feel about racism. That's the way I feel about people just always constantly trying to tear me down. I've already beat them. The referee, some of them, I completely knocked you out. The match is over. Your brain is rattled. You steady talking trash. I've already beat you. Why am I going to, oh, it's over. So I'm not even gonna waste my time even arguing no more. I proved that I whooped you. So I'm not gonna get instigated into fighting you again. It's over. That's the way I look at a lot of this stuff. Hell, absolutely. That's what I'm talking about. You go to get help. And if you guys come in here and say, you ask me a question about anything and I go, okay, the book tells me to say, so how did that make you feel? Wait, let me read my brochure again. Hold on. And after that, tell me about your mother. I mean, it's like, what? No, I couldn't, me personally, I couldn't do that. I couldn't. Steve Fletcher, no, Steve Fletcher, that's currently right now. I'm not done yet. Luke, you said, how do you access inside your heart? Tell me what you mean by that, and I can tell you. Avery, trust me when I tell you, you won't be the first. Steve Fletcher, if you want to apply to PA school, make sure you have, Steve Fletcher, make sure you have, I don't know what you do, but make sure you definitely have like a medical background. Brandy Gage, what's going on? OKC? OKC in the house? Okay, two viewer, you said how do you deal with grieving for a spouse? You let it happen. Somebody that's grieving over losing a loved one. Somebody that's grieving over losing a loved one, you let them have it out. Let them cry. And see, that's what I'm saying. I hate when people try to say that's depression. No, that is not depression. The world system told us that's depression. It's crying. If any of you guys ever had children, when your kid falls down and they hurt themselves and they start crying, do you say, oh man, he's depressed? You know what I'm saying? I'm serious. I'm so serious. I'm so serious when I say that. I'm serious. When a kid falls down and hurt themselves, do you go, oh, that kid's depressed? If you ever hurt yourself, some people have broke their arm. Some people have slammed their finger in the door. You, oh my God, and it's hurting you and all this. Do you go, oh, they hurt their hand, they're depressed? No, it's just that you're hurt. That's what's causing you to cry. So if your dad, whoever, if he lost his wife and he's crying, then that's the reason why. Oh man, Steve Fletcher, wait, you said you have a master's? Well, here's the thing. In your case, if you got some training in CNA, as long as you got a year at least of that, and you can have a bachelor's in anything to get into PA school. But you just got to make sure you had a prerequisites out the way. Get like the anatomy and physiology, possibly pharmacology, medical terminology, get that out the way. And most likely you have a real good shot because you can have a bachelor's in anything to become a PA as long as you get those prereqs out the way. Luke Reddick. Andrea Dickerson, that's good. What's going on, Marsha Elbert? Well, Senior Beethoven, no, because I can only sleep for 5 to 6 hours, period. So I can't say that's it. Luke Reddick, what is going on? JS, I have no idea what mic I'm using. I got it. I think it's my PS4 mic. Steve Fletcher, that's awesome. What'd you say? Cash is back. Yeah, that'd be awesome if you did that, man. As long as you got that year of CNA schooling in. Appreciate that too, viewer. Hey, Tracy Francis, welcome. 33 TOS, the games I play on PS4, God of War, definitely. Red Dead Redemption. What happened to the bases when I'm not using them? They sit like that. Yeah, I play Skyrim. I love Skyrim. It took me 6 months to play Skyrim because my friend was begging me to play it, and I said I don't like first person games. And when I played it, I was hooked. Natasha Ramona, I appreciate that. How do I play the bass? With my fingers? I don't know. Hell, I absolutely agree with that. I mean, it all depends. I mean, I know what you're saying. You felt that you were at fault, you know, but the thing is, see, the more you cry, the more you grieve, the more you do it. I hate to say it, but you eventually build up a tolerance. Yeah, like for instance, to help in therapy, sometimes if people getting like a skin or nerve disease, or not a nerve disease or a nerve issue, we have to actually do something with different fabric to have different texture. And what we do is we desensitize the area. We desensitize the area. So we'll rub it and rub it and rub it until it becomes desensitized. So we start off with something a little bit real soft, maybe something soft as tissue. And then we work our way up to real texture tiles. But the whole point of the matter is we keep on rubbing the area over and over and over again until that area actually becomes desensitized to it. So what I'm saying is that after a while of grieving and crying and really feeling guilty about something and crying, the more you do it, the more resistance or resilient you will build up to it after time. Now, I'm not saying that like after some years or something down the road, you might not reflect back on it and start crying over the matter. But as far as it actually tearing you up like it did in the beginning, it won't. I totally understand it, Helena. Well, Senior Beethoven, see, I understand what you're saying when you said playing video games help with your depression. But see, at the same time, is a video game actually serving like the purpose of what alcohol does for people? You drinking it right now, but as soon as that alcohol wears off, you are met right back there with your thoughts. So technically, you really haven't faced it yet. You know what I mean? A video game is kind of like an escape way from actually having to deal with reality. My thing is deal with it. I tell people that don't be fearful of actually dealing with it. If you need to cry, I talked to somebody today. If you need to cry, if you need to yell, if you need to punch a pillow, if you need to pick something up and bite it real hard and just yell and get the stuff out, do that. Water fountain, yeah. You need open heart surgery. Dorothy, nothing's new. Open heart surgery on your feet. Wow, Avery. Share with you my secret for happy. That's the God honest truth. I mean, it's the God honest truth. When I had my experience with him, when he spoke to me, that was it. Luke Reddick, you kind of remind me of somebody else that comes into this chat room sometimes named Troy Alcorn. Y'all kind of got the same type. Y'all would do good kind of going back to each other. Carrie, I don't have a favorite genre necessarily. Exactly. I haven't heard from Joker in a long time. People grieve different, Beethoven. Oh yeah, the Rocky. Yeah, I work out to that now. His name is Troy Alcorn. You and him act just alike. But ever since then, I hope you're doing well, hell. And no, I've drank the raw egg before. I'm not gonna do it no more. Okay, these people want you to address me, Renaissance Man. I just want you to acknowledge your beautiful brows. Do you have tips, conditioner, shampoo? Are you really going to ignore me? I don't even know. Cash? Conditioner or shampoo for eyebrows? Yes. Pantene Pro V, the hot oil treatment. I just splash it all on there and then I got a miniature blow dryer like this. It's just I don't know what to Oh my God. I'm getting ready to start I'm gonna start a beauty segment now too. This is how you can get your shiny eyebrow. This one right here, you have to work it every day. Up and down, up and down, right side up and down, right side up and down, both sides up and up and down, alternate up and down and up and down, double time up and down, up. Oh my God, that's ridiculous. Go work them out in the mirror. There you go, Cash. Oh my God. Workshop, you said, what are your eyebrows for? They can help you with a lot of things, especially when you sweat. Actually, when you sweat, a lot of times your eyebrows right here, the way they're shaped and the way they arch, the sweat will come down right here and it'll make its way right there and it comes down the side of your face like this. Or sometimes it'll come right here and go straight down to where your natural tears will come out at too. No, I can't tell you no advice with fashion. I'm not a fashionable person. I just... Wow, y'all really asking me how do I do my eyebrows like that? I have no idea. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I am hot. Can you see I'm sweating? It is hot. I have one pair of jeans. That's it. Everything else is either khaki pants or their slacks or their cargo pants. Keto for diabetics is absolutely good. Especially if you type 2. Steve Fletcher, you got 3 pair of jeans. That's it, huh? Yeah, I got one. I don't even really wear. I sweat real easy, so I don't like the way it feels in jeans. I feel like they get heavy and everything. I can't wear jeans like that. Well, yeah, Dr. Vicky, that's where the keto would help them out too. Is the fact that keto will cause them to lose weight once the ketones and all that stuff starts to get released. Wow, we got another Renaissance man in here. Nice to meet another species of mine. How long is your average wait for ketosis to start? I say usually by the 3rd day. But the thing is, you are pretty much putting yourself in a way where you're doing your body to where you are pretty much not putting too many carbs in it in the beginning, or to virtually no carbs. And what that's going to do is going to allow your body to have to rely on nothing more than your fat as energy. But if if you continue to put carbs in your body, those carbs will then be converted to sugar, which pretty much is glycogen. Your body's going to use the glycogen up, and whatever glycogen it doesn't use, it's going to store it as fat. Because I tell people in my fat loss videos, fat is nothing but stored energy that's waiting to be used. But if you never use it, it's just going to keep building. What is going on? Oh, okay. Pasta al dente. I know one of Hell's secret. She flirts really, really hard when she gets engaged. That is her survival mechanism for not ever getting married. Let me stop. What do I like to eat for dessert? Plain vanilla ice cream from either Silky's, or I'll go get a whole pint of vanilla ice cream and just smash it. Oh, fruit, all of it. Like right now in my refrigerator, I got honeydew, carrots, I got tomatoes, there is cantaloupe, there is watermelon, there is pineapple, I got cucumbers, ginger root. There's pretty much no fruit and vegetables I don't like. None. And I eat all the time I eat it, I 90% of it I eat it all raw. I don't really cook none of it. 80 cans of Coke. Jeez, Kane. Hey, Kane, you know what? Interesting enough, I had a patient one time, Kane, that we went to go see, and this patient had a stroke, right? Um, and he had a stroke, and the doctors then told us, oh yeah, he had a Coke stroke, and we thought that he was saying that he had a stroke in result of cocaine when he said Coke, but it was from Coca-Cola. The dude drank 2 liters of Coca-Cola a day. That's crazy. Wait, you asked about wait. Wait, somebody asked me about external compartment. Since an accident, I've had operation of it on it from walking. Have they tried to give you, Karen Hagel? Have they tried to give you customized orthotics? I told you guys I eat 80% good and 20% bad. Do I have spaghetti? I mean, do I have dating tips? Yeah. Actually, on my video, in my intro, I say, if this is your first time visiting, make sure you check out my playlist. On the playlist is going to bring up different topics. I actually have dating advice, so go check it out. I actually have something called Genesis to Dating, part 1, 2, 3, 4. I have a whole little series on dating, so you have to check that out on my playlist. Karen Linden, how you doing, sis? Michael Jarena. I don't HGH. I have to know what it's for. You know what I mean? Like, what are you taking it for? Otherwise, as long as you're doing your fruit, as long as you're getting your major groups of fruits and vegetables and all that in there, you don't have to worry about that. Your body's in perfect balance to produce it. Luke Reddick, you can go on my playlist and click on the dating device segment and get all your information there. Who we talking about? Secretary of Defense. I'm always doing great, Miss Karen Linden. Maybe I will do that one day, Mr. Brandman. What's your favorite music for having a kiss? Are these real? I think we might have some teenagers in here or something. What's your favorite song for having a kiss? I've been married for 17 years. I don't need a song. I just do it. So it's like, well, let me go in here, turn this song on and go. Don't, that's movies. That ain't real. Yeah, okay. Mr. Tootie Jenkins, I think you just got a warning from my Secretary of Defense. Michael Jarena, what will raise your testosterone level is actually doing a lot of body full movements, compound movements, and also watermelon. Don't eat any processed food. If it did not come from the ground, don't eat it. If it's not found naturally in the ground, don't eat it. Watch when your body starts to balance itself off, it's going to change. Because some things can actually lower your testosterone levels that's in the food. So then your testicles and all that will not be able to produce testosterone. You know what I mean? It actually can block you from actually producing testosterone. Karen Hagel, yeah, what you got going on though, you're gonna have to need some complete rest, sis. I mean, if you got external compartment syndrome, that's kind of what we call like overuse injury, and like hikers definitely get that a lot. You know what I mean? So you're gonna have to definitely do some resting. You're gonna have to do some ice massage. You're gonna do like contrast. You have to put your whole leg submerged in cold water with ice in it for maybe like 2 minutes, and then take it out and then put it in the warm water for like 2 minutes. You have to do that whole segment for like 10 minutes, but you need like a bucket or something that we can get your whole calf in there. Luke Reddick, no, I am not. I'm a therapist, physical therapy, and in school pursuing PA. Suggestions for flat feet, depends on how long you had it. If you had it all your life, really is nothing you can really change about that. You can build your arch up by walking barefooted, definitely outside, and being on your tiptoes quite a bit. But other than that, you're going to need some arch supports. Dorothy, my favorite instrument to play, I don't really know. I like them all. You know what I mean? The keyboard, drums, bass, organ, and piano, I love them all. How can you build up more of your natural tears? Don't blink. I'm serious. Don't blink. Used to play handbells. Okay. Two viewer says, I have varicose veins with compression socks and flat feet. Yeah, that sounds like you have like possible like venous insufficiency. So you need to do a thing where if you on your feet a lot, you got to put your feet up above your heart. But any type of doing like what we call, if you're standing flat and you're doing heel raises, they call them calf raises. That causes the pumping action to help pump blood flow back up. Almost burped, sorry. Back up towards your heart. I think I've already answered the question too, viewer. I might have already, I'm just kind of going back and reading things for flat feet to be arch supports. No, Steve, you actually can. You actually can recover from sleep apnea. The whole point of it is that once we have to get to the main cause of what's causing the sleep apnea. So like I said, it can be a food allergen. It can be medication that you're taking that when you sleep, now your body's trying to work out metabolize all these things that's going on while trying to keep yourself sleep. And a lot of times you clogged up from it. Like, I mean, we've seen things where people were not breathing for like a whole 30, 45 seconds. And it's crazy. And that's why when they wake up, they feel like they're tired because they feel like, oh, yeah, because you were battling all night trying to sleep. Oh, so yours is caused by impact. Okay. But actually, Karen, I would almost be positive. I mean, I would almost be sure to say that the accident didn't cause it. I think the accident might have been like what they say, the something that broke the camel's back. I don't know. You know what the word I'm looking for? Absolutely, Dr. Vicky. Yep. Weight loss, and then it can be like, well, yeah, obesity plays a huge part in that. Who's trolling, Lacey? Michael Garena, both of them. I do a lot of like natural compound movements. Like you can find anything around the house to do a workout with. I mean, anything outside in trees. All right, Mark Wessel, you have a good night, sir. Okay, Lacey, thank you. Some of everything we're talking about. Mr. Bram and Cash didn't say anything. Well, not for the last few. Steve Fletcher, I think Cash had no choice but to take a break. I think if it keeps up, it's going to be a real long one, an eternal one. Adis Fada, how are you doing? Some advice on making money? Well, then I'll have to ask you, what are you trying to make money for? Because to me, if you got those 4 pillars that I talk about at the end of those 4 pillars that I pray and wish that all you guys have at the end of my videos, there's no need for money. For your groceries, where do you, well, I'm not going to ask you where do you live, but no matter where it is that you do live, JS, you don't need money for groceries. You're going to ask me how, and I'll tell you. JS, church Churches have food pantries. All kind of city programs have free food that they give out every single day, all day long. If you're talking about food, trust me when I tell you that you can go. Wait a minute, you're on your phone right now. You're on your phone right now, so you can afford your phone, but you can't get no groceries. So first of all, you talking about making money, I would say you got to get your priorities straight. There's no way I would have a phone in my hand and no food. Steve Fletcher, the food that I use for recovery would be definitely watermelon, oranges, pineapple. Pineapple is a high anti-inflammatory. So when you just got done doing all the workout, especially if you did like resistance, then you know you done some muscle tear down. So they are really good for recuperating. Definitely oranges, pineapples, watermelon, anything, cucumber. All right, Lakota Saborg, have a good night. Hell, Helena, I want to know what you mean because I don't know what you mean. Enlighten me, please. Captain Pickard. I don't know who Lakotas of Borg is actually Captain Pickard. I don't even know who that is. Oh, okay. Hell, I'm with you, sis. Not from my eyes or ears. Well, I'm talking about JS saying that I'm talking about JS can easily go to a church pantry or any place like that to get some food. All the time work, no money, JS. I don't know what you're talking about now. I really don't know what you're talking about. Hey, hell, did you see what Raj Deep just said? I don't know, senior. It's all part of life, man. I don't believe in random things happening in life. I just believe it's all of it is part of life. Angela Harmon, 30 years. All right, sis. Done deal 67. Thank you, sir. Or ma'am. Sass T, what do I think about chiropractors? Chiropractors actually do a great job, but the only thing is this. Once they do those adjustments and stuff on you, you have to make sure that you do something to those structures that they just adjusted to keep them from going back out of whack. So for instance, if they do a little certain, I don't know if y'all gonna be able to hear this, but because I can anyway, or if you hear something like that, you got to make sure that the structures around the areas that they adjusted are strengthened so it can quit getting out of place, if you know what I mean. I bet it is trigger finger. But no, chiropractors do a good job in what they do. Their stuff do work. But like I told you before, you have to make sure that you are actually strengthening those weak structures around the areas that they adjusted. Y'all have similar tastes when it comes to sport? You didn't say sports. You said sport. Michael Guerin, I do compound movements like exercise like bench press, arm curls, squats, military presses, heel raises, bent over rows, deadlifts. Not bad for 71 years old. You're darn right that's not bad. But make sure you're doing full body motions and all that too. You know what I mean? Compound movements. You know, like you say you're doing military press. That's real good. Make sure you don't forget about those legs. One sport in particular, tennis, huh? Alex Edelman, actually, that works really good. The water squirting thing at the mall, that works really good. But I'm one of those people. I just can't have like a regular massage done. Somebody got to freaking press in super hard, and that's the type of person I am. I like when somebody got to put their elbow or something like in my back and all that. That's working out trigger points. Do I have thoughts about a YouTuber, Tariq Nasheed? I don't even know who that is, so I can't have no thoughts about that. The water is too hard on your lumbar. I hope you're not talking about your actual vertebrae, or are you talking about your muscles? The cringiest thing I've ever experienced the other day when that boy was singing something about you, girl. I don't know if you've seen that video, but that got to be one of the top ones. You said, what am I doing? Workshop, have a good one. Yeah, Rob Kendra, I heard it from, I mean, look, me. He said, which is my lumbar, which is my bones? Lumbar just mean the lower back, but it all depends on if we're talking about the vertebrae or if we're talking about the muscles there. The paraspinals. Wow. Yeah, Vicky, that's crazy. Do I have any advice for aspiring singers? I don't have any advice for aspiring singers except if you are an aspiring singer, keep doing what you're doing. If you love doing it, keep doing it. If you're singing to become famous, that might be a different ballgame. But if you just love singing, then keep singing. Alex Edelman, you can feel intense pain in your bone. Abram Silva, good night. Do I meditate? Yes, but not like you think though. When you say meditate, I need to know what you mean by when you say do I meditate. I sometimes just sit and I just think, but I don't do any of that. If I talk to God, then I don't meditate either. I just talk to him. Dorothy, yeah, I watched Michael Jackson Thriller. Alex Edelman, I don't know. When you say in your bones, that's kind of different, because I don't know. Well, Luke Reddick, if you actually are asking me the truth, I will just ask him anything. I will ask him anything that might be on my mind, and just wait for him to give me an answer. A lot of times it's just like that. Yeah, Luke, you and Troy Alcorn need to talk. Y'all can just go back and forth. And Alex Edelman, you feel that in your back? Two viewer, you have a good night too. Borax is good for the bone. I don't know about that. I have no idea. I don't know anything about that. So did you have any surgery, Alex? If you talking about borax is in the cleaner, because I don't know anything about that. Susan Andre, you have osteoporosis and you have arthritis. Susan, have you had any surgery? Carrie Bartley, I have no idea. I didn't know what borax was, so that's why. Bye, Milky. Steve Fletcher, it'll be a Masters. Oh no, you would be a yeah, Steve Fletcher, you would be a certified, you would be a physician assistant certified, but you still would have a master's though. Alex, you had your back blown out, but I don't know if Susan answered me. Rob Kinder, what are you trying to say to me, sir? Dorothy Schleffer, good night. Susan, you know you can reverse that. Susan, have you looked up the Gerson therapy? I don't know if I told you that before to look that up with the juicing and everything. You can actually sit there and reverse osteoarthritis and arthritis. Those can be completely reversed, for real. It's going to take that and coffee enemas. I'm telling you. Uh-oh, Mandy Atterbury, what's wrong? So Alex Elderman, how come it hasn't been removed? Cots in the pot stirring. I don't know what that means. Your bone is your gift? Okay, if you say so. Some people end up getting those wisdom teeth about darn near kills them and mess their teeth up. So I don't know if that if they don't grow in right. Anadrolitine. Yeah, a lot of people have. Okay, I hear what you're saying, Miss Susan. Oh my God. Dr. Vicky. No, that's Total Recall. Appreciate that. Dry Antonine. Mr. Brandon, they smoking a lot. Alex, you're completely throwing off. Is your PA school going to help get students positions at the Steve Fletcher? When you do something like that, you don't have to look for the job. They're looking for you before you even get out of school. Like you already going to have a job offer. No, JS, a PA is a physician's assistant. Andrew B, no. Have you seen Andrew B? Have you seen my intro video? SST, I'm all about the holistic approach. You said a bucket of hot wings. That sounds good. Alex, if you want to hear good music, just go onto YouTube and type in relaxing music. They got like 10 hours of it just constantly flowing. You can go to sleep to it. Go try to do that right now. For real. Alex, it seems like you just kind of flipped the script on me there. Now it seems like you kind of going into I don't know what you're talking about now. Vicky, definitely. I'm thinking like my route might be like orthopedic. You know what I mean? Sports medicine, more like on the orthopedic surgery again and all that. Well, no, Alice, you started off like you was really serious and sincere about what was going on with you. Now, It's like everything is random. You said your bone is a spoon, then your bone is a fork, and your bone is a gift, and your bone is a curse. I mean, it's like, I don't know. No, I do not run every day. Oh no, Andrew B. Sometimes we talk about everything in here. Like if you see that it says minister, help intellectual, yeah, that's my thing. I don't just do reaction videos, even though that seems to be the dominant thing of videos that's on there. Tracy Francis, you have a good night. How? What? Okay. Oh yeah, Steve, that's a good field to go. Dermatology. What's going on, Alpha Male? Oh my God. You don't have to be a patron to request a song at all, man. See, guys, that's why my intros are so long now. I'm gonna have to add that into my intro. Yeah, Susan. Yeah, we gotta get you gotta get a juicer, sis. We gotta get you a juicer, and also you have to be shown how to do the coffee enemas for real. Appreciate that, Alpha Male. 40 minutes long. Woo! Right, Abraham Silva. Yeah, I need to put my intro in the chat room. No, I'm not going to demonstrate it. You can. I'm not going to demonstrate it, but I've had people do. No, I have had people. I've let people know. Watch what comes out of you. It's going to scare the heck out of you, scare the crap out of you, literally. But it's crazy. Okay, Susan, I hear you, sis. Like if there's surgeries that I don't know about, like if somebody had their gallbladder removed or pancreas removed or something like that, that's stuff that I like to know. So what kind of food lasts the longest in the colon? Meat. Definitely meat. It sounds like a horror movie. Sounds like some meat. I mean, it sounds like a horror movie. Thank you, Miss K. Hodges. Vicky, I've seen people pop those out big time from doing those, from doing coffee enemas. Oh man, yes, the gallbladder changes it up big time, Susan. Oh, you just gotta exclusively do some straight juicing. I mean, the enema can help with the colon wall and all that stuff like that, but as far as it getting to the bile ducts and stimulating the bile ducts to open up and release the toxins and the poisons within the liver, you would have to do that just with the Big time. All right, Alpha. It's just one step at a time, man. It still can help, Susan, but it just that since your gallbladder is gone, it has no way of stimulating the bile ducts. Well, you can send the video. You can put it like if you put that on the last video that I did tonight, put it in the comment section. Now, I'm gonna put it in here when it comes time, and it's gonna be randomly picked. No, Susan, you didn't get it for nothing. It still can help with your colon. It can help push out like, mucoid and actually possible diverticuli in there. You know what I mean? It can help push that stuff out, which means that your colon can be ready for maximum absorption of nutrients that you put in it. Charles Burrows, I believe posture correcting braces work to an extent. For instance, if I keep on giving you a walker, your muscles are never going to become strong to be able to walk without a walker. So if I keep on giving you a back brace, your muscles will actually shrink because they don't have to work no more because the back brace is doing all the work for them. So then when you go to take the back brace off, your muscles are weakened and you're more prone to getting hurt again. So I think back brace should only be used temporarily for the time that you might be possibly injured, so you don't mess up that muscle. And also, if you don't keep your posture correct while you're doing any lifting or anything like that, if you know that you don't got good posture with that, then of course wear the back brace. Susan, if you well, here's the thing, Susan. The reason why I push juicing big time is when you do it. See, right now, Susan, small as you are, I know you can't eat in one sitting. You can't eat 6 carrots, 2 Granny Smith apples, a thumb-sized amount of ginger, 1 cucumber, 2 celery, a head of kale, 1 whole lemon. You can't eat that. But when you juice it, though, you get all that nutrition, all those enzymes, all those minerals, all in one setting. And once they get into your body, you saving your stomach a step of having to digest anything and turn it into liquid form, going down to do, the duodenum and all that, duodenum and going to the small intestine. When it goes into the intestines, that's where maximum absorption takes place at now. The reason why I told you that it still help you with the enema is because the coffee enema can actually pull the mucoid that's lining your colon. It can pull the mucoid off and cause you to poop it out. And when you poop it out, it leaves your colon nice and clean for maximum absorption of those nutrients that you just put in it. Alpha male, I don't know, but when trolls come in here, I usually put them in timeout or I just hide them from this live chat. No, Susan, I hear you. I hear you. Why, Susan? Susan, no, you don't have to do that. You just make sure you have to put the right things in you, put your body in correct alkalinity. What's going on, Peter? Okay, Susan, I hear you, sis. Send it to me. Susan, if you need to send it to me in sort of small chapters, then do it that way. You know what I mean? If you need to do that, Susan, like if you need to send me, if you only send me small little parts and break them down into, okay, here's part 1, part 2. If you tell me, hey, there's 6 parts to this, but here's part 1, part 2, part 3, then do it that way. My last video upload. I think it was Rocky IV training montage. I think it was. Yeah, it was a Rocky IV montage or something like that. Yeah, Steve, when I first saw it, I was like, Rocky IV, like, I'm gonna what now? I'm like, workouts, but then when I start seeing it, I'm like, okay, I was digging it. Exactly, Secretary of Defense. I think I don't know, to the people that are patrons, how did it get to the point to where everybody think I only do videos? Like the past 2 or 3 days have been nothing but subscriber videos. I'm trying to figure out how do people get to, I ain't gonna never be able to get that cleared up, I guess, but I'm gonna have to put that in my, Yeah, Kane, I'm gonna have to put it somewhere. Well, Steve Fletcher, what's interesting is that my subscribers, well, they're not all here, but my subscribers and the ones that have become patron would tell you I did not know anything about this. They actually are the ones that told me all about Patreon, told me I should do it. They were just like, we just like to find some way to support you in what you're doing. I didn't know anything about it. But that's the thing, though. It's like I do songs from I do songs of patrons and then I do songs of subs. And I make sure I do a distinct separation. When I say this, I'll say, oh, this came out of the bingo ball from the subscribers. So I hear you, Susan. I see what you're saying, sis. I saw your comment. You said your gallbladder plane is what you live with, but I thought it was taken out. Kay Hodges said, I seriously need to gain weight. Oh, I'm so sorry. You have a terrible problem. All you have to do is the American diet. You will get there. Vicky, they deplatform people? I didn't know that. I hear you. You say you putting both parts on there? Hey, hell, what happened to Joker? You didn't scare him off, did you? Did you? Hell? Helena? Oh, Miss Dracarys. Did you scare off Joker? Cody C. Clutch, how are you doing, sir? Wait, hell. What do you mean you haven't seen him in a while? What do you mean by seen him? Andre, sis, it sounds like you kind of got a little bit of fibromyalgia or polymyalgia. Have they ever said something about polymyalgia? Mr. Brandman, you better not say that name. Just say JP. I'm just saying, hell, you said seen. You didn't say here. You didn't say I haven't heard from him in the chats. You said I haven't seen him. So I'm just Jason Steiner, I'm doing good. I'm doing good, Jason. Well, to gain weight, you can actually do it one way. I'm not just talking about fat. You can gain muscle. So protein while working out to put on muscle, that'll help you gain weight. I don't know about doing a random song out of the blue. Then I'll get accused for not being fair, which I'm trying to keep it that way. Polymyalgia is multiple muscles and multiple joints all hurting at the same time. And you feel constantly tired all the time. Mostly it's because of the medication that you're on. Yeah, Cody, see, if you play football, you know what it takes to work out. Number one, yarn. But the only thing is, you just got to make sure you stay consistent, no matter how you feel. You just have to do it. That's why I tell people all the time. The biggest battle is right here. I mean, I don't feel like working out every day. I just do, though, but I don't feel like doing it every day. Will I live stream a Bible study? I don't know if I would do that because you know what? It leaves too much room for interruptions and people saying, no, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Then you got people arguing with each other. But that's why I do my church/God topics, because that way people can listen to the video, then they can comment afterwards. Hell, you said Joker didn't know how to play tennis? You sure it's not because he proposed and then he saw you flirting with other people and I'm just joking. Let me stop. Well, I hear what you're saying, but like again, I'm being so sincere and serious when I say this though. I can show you some emails right now of people telling me that their mother is severely sick, their father is severely sick, they lost their sister last week, somebody lost a friend to suicide 3 days ago, and they want me to play this song for them. I'm just saying that if you saw how many emails, I will show you how many emails I get a day with different people with different things, and for me to show favoritism even just to one, it'll cause too much of a. I can't do that because I'm not fake. You know what I mean? I gotta stand by what I say. But like I said, if I roll it out, I'll do it. Steve Fletcher, I think what's brought me the most success in my channel is the fact that people see that I'm a real person. They see that I genuinely care about people. I'm not in it for no, you know what I mean? I'm not in it for no gain, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like my gain is me seeing people doing better with their lives and doing good things in their lives, positive things, me seeing people change their lives around for the better. That's the biggest thing I get out of it. I did not start this to get anything out of it as in monetary wise, because I have a great career. I got my own job. I do investments, which is called covered calls. You know what I mean? So I don't need, in other words, I don't need nothing. That's why a lot of friends and family really pushed me to do it, because I don't need nothing from nobody is what I'm getting at. But my family and some of my friends and coworkers like, dude, you need to go on to YouTube because where you talking to the patients, and I've helped tons of my coworkers and even coworkers, family members all off to the side. They was like, go talk to Ty, I'm telling you. And it was like, you should just do a YouTube thing because you can help a lot of people. And for 2 years, I said no. You know, I was just like, no. And then finally I did it. And it just kind of took off. And the reaction videos had nothing to do with it. That was just part of it. But I just knew that by me being genuine doing reaction videos, people will be drawn to it. And then they get to see what type of person that I am. So that's how it all come down to it. I love people, plain and simple. And I want to see people, all people doing good. Abram Silver, absolutely. Likewise, like I said, you left it on my channel. I never done a video that long. Sometimes I do things like that though. I would just randomly pick something that I've never done before and I'll randomly just do something that I don't do and just do it. Michael Harrell, you said, how does someone know if a reaction video makes the list? I guess whenever they see it up, because once like the videos I've done tonight, some people sent the comment or something like that. They'll say, oh my God, you finally did this song. I've been requesting this song for 4 months, or that's the only way now. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it. Yeah, that's how they know. You had your feeding tube. So, Miss oh, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. You pulled your feeding tube out. You brave. Holy smokes. Susan, absolutely, sis. Absolutely. I'm glad to hear that. Okay, Steve, I see what you're saying. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, man. I'm gonna just call you Anna Dry. So, Dr. Vicky, do you still have dysphagia? Anna Deering. Yes, it is, man. Auntie Berry. So how are you, Dr. Vicky, how are you getting nutrition? Cody C Clutch, no, I have not. My son, I can't really get into games like that. My son has been playing it though. If you see some videos from yesterday, Clutch, you'll see that my son was playing it while I was doing these videos. Appreciate that, Jason. No, 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 no. Susan, you know what I was taught? Miss Andre, whenever I was going through life, crazy stuff from off the streets, one of the worst things that you can do is feel sorry for yourself. I tell people all the time because I hear a lot of things being said in church. And when I go and I speak at church, I say one of the things that people have to quit doing is saying things like, we are so undeserving. If you were so undeserving, he never would have went to the cross for you, okay? He don't just do things like that. If you were undeserving, he wouldn't have did it. So in other words, so what I was told a lot, don't feel sorry for yourself. All you are doing, like I tell a lot of my patients that I would deal with, you're not complaining. You're just stating facts. You know what I'm saying? So, in other words, I don't want you to have that mind frame of when you telling me stuff that you're complaining. You're doing nothing more than stating facts. Just like if I ask you how tall you are, how much you weigh, you tell me how tall you are, how much you weigh. Now, are you complaining? No, you're not complaining. You're giving me facts. You're giving me information. So whatever it is that people have going on with them, I tell them you are not complaining. You're just simply stating facts. Okay? So that's what I want you to think for now. Anything that you tell me, you're just telling me facts. You're not complaining. You're not griping. You're not feeling, oh, woe is me. No, you just simply stating facts to me. If I ask you, what's your nationality? You're going to tell me. If I ask you, do you have pain? You're going to say yes. Now, because I've had patients like that before where I say, hey, how are you feeling today? Well, I don't want to complain. But no, I want to know how you feel today, because if I don't know how you feel, I can't help you. If you hold back, I can't help you. If you don't tell me how bad you're really hurting, I don't know. I need to know these things because I might have you doing something that might end up causing your pain to get worse. But if you're not telling me how bad your pain is, I wouldn't know that I'm doing things that make you worse. So in other words, that's what I tell people. Don't say that you're complaining. You're not complaining. You're just doing nothing more but stating simple facts of what's going on with you. No, to me, I tell people all the time, if you think that by you telling me these things that people that see when the thought come to your mind like, well, if I tell him this, people are going to be thinking that I just want the attention. Hey, screw that. You trying to make yourself better. I don't care what. See, that's what I'm saying. Me, if I'm trying to do something to make myself better, I don't care what nobody think. I don't care if people think I'm being a whiny, but okay, I'm a whiny. Okay, how can I get help? I can care less about what everybody else is saying and what they're thinking. I'm the one that's still here suffering every day. So I'm going to hold back what I really want to say to somebody. I'm going to hold back actually getting real help because of what people might think of me. Oh, please. No, I'm getting better. Screw what everybody else think. I'm getting better. And even if they do call me a whiny butt, oh, well, I'm getting better. I know what I'm doing this for. Susan, I know you well enough. I know your heart's intentions. So who cares about what everybody else think? You're talking to me. Who cares about what everybody else is thinking or saying as far as being negative or as far as saying that you might be, a whiny baby or something like that. I don't care about what people think about that. I'm here to help you, period. Oh, have I thought about working at a VA hospital? I never worked at a VA hospital, but I had a lot of patients coming from the VA hospital. And woo, yes, I love those people. But the doctors, a lot of the doctors that treat these VA patients, they don't like me. Nope. How would I deal with anxiety and depression without a religious being on it? For one, let me tell you, they'll tell you, although I'm a follower of Christ, I'm far from religious. I'm not religious at all. And that's going to be a hard one to understand for some people, but I'm not like that at all. But anyway, to deal with anxiety and depression, one of the best ways you can get yourself out of depression is actually helping somebody. I'm serious. Help somebody. What can you offer? Because all of us have something to offer. Don't sit there and tell me that you're worthless. You really don't have nothing. Yes, you do. You got something that you've experienced in your life that can be of some use to somebody, whether it's through wisdom, through an experience that you've had, through something that you might have avoided. You might have avoided a life and death situation. You might have experienced something in a childhood that actually changed your life and how you have an outlook on certain things. You do have something to offer, period. Now, I mean, if you talking about, golly, you guys look how good you guys felt when I showed y'all the video of y'all helping the friends in Panama City. Look how good y'all felt, even to the ones that only gave $1. Look how good y'all felt when y'all seen them receiving the money, knowing that you just helped change somebody's life. Did that not make you feel good? Well, would you tell me to call you Anna? I keep on forgetting that name. It's just throwing me off. But well, that's the thing. See, that's how you are. That's how you are helping yourself. You are helping yourself by helping people. I'm telling you, that's why. And I know you say, okay, yeah, Anna Deer. Okay, Anna Deeren. That's what I'm saying. Is that I know you say, I'm not going religious on you. I don't want you to think I'm like, oh, but I'm just telling you simple things of this, like this. There's things, okay, I'll just tell you. One time in Christ actually said it's more blessed to give than it is to receive. And people think it's always talking about money. No, give somebody you. Give somebody your time. Give somebody your wisdom. Give somebody some skill that you might know to help that person. It's going to change their life. You know what I mean? That's how it's done. It's not done by always trying to put the focus on me. Like me, I get so much thrill and a blessing out of seeing people doing better. And I noticed that that's what he did in the Bible. Like I said, I'm not going religious on you. I'm talking. We're going to look at the Bible simply as a book. Okay, that's all I'm talking to you from, as a book. If I've read it from another book, I would tell you, oh, I read in, Joshua Turner's I Kissed Dating Goodbye. He state these things. So I'm only telling you based off of experiences and things that I've read or something like that. But the thing is that, man, if I was able to give you some other answer, I would be lying. I mean, most of the people in here know I tell this story all the time about me being 10 years old, and I prayed to everything I can possibly think of, and only one showed up. So my favorite anime series was Dragon Ball Z. Karen Hagel, absolutely being spiritual without being religious. Two separate things. Absolutely. Mandy Atterbury. Did I answer this for you before? What are my views on capital punishment? My views on capital punishment. I don't watch WWE. I haven't even seen, the last thing I watched was WWF. I can tell you the last wrestling match I've ever seen in my life was Hulk Hogan going against Ultimate Warrior. I haven't watched wrestling since, and Ultimate Warrior won. Okay, Mandy, you said, why do bad things happen to good people? It's something called free will. That's the answer. Good things, Mandy, good things happen to bad people is because a person that's bad decided to do something bad, and it's called free will. And people want to say, why do God let things happen? It ain't that God let things happen. It's just that God gave each and every one of us free will. Like right now, you guys know me from my channel and all this, but what if y'all read a week from now that I just went ballistic and just like killed my whole family? Well, it's like, well, I don't get it. He was such a good person. I mean, he helped people, but I killed my family. I chose to do that. You know what I mean? So that's why I say that's the balance between them. When people say things to me like, if God is real, why does he let so much bad things happen? Because of free will. If God is real, how come he let hurricanes kill people? Well, we do know hurricanes come every season through the same area, and people just happen to move there and happen to be in so technically people are in the way of the hurricane. People in Hawaii, if you live near a volcano and the volcano happens to erupt, why did God let those people die? They chose to live near a volcano. Sharks are in the ocean. Why did God let that person get ate by a shark? You went in the ocean, you went to the shark's domain. He didn't know that you was a human being. You look like food to him. So that's what I'm saying, is that it's not that, why does bad things happen to good people? Bad things happen to bad people too. Good things happen to good people. Bad things happen to bad people. Bad things happen to good people. Like right now, I'm being good by trying to help people. So good things are happening to good people. But there's other people that can actually be doing things to actually do the opposite of what I'm doing, which is being bad and trying to bring you guys down. So that's what I'm saying. So it's a choice. And that's what we all have. We have free will. You have the freedom to do what you want to any other human being, but you're going to have to suffer the consequences for what you did. Nope, I have not seen An Interview with God. I thumped the bass on my intro video. And go to 2 weeks ago, go to February and look at the intro video. You will see me slapping it. And I can't do it now because my family is asleep. Hell, do I believe in karma? No, I don't. And the reason why I say that is this. I've done some bad stuff in my younger days, and nothing came back on me. Yeah, I seen Color Purple. Color Purple was terrible. Because I know of, I'm just saying, well, here's the thing. It does say in the Bible that which you sow, you shall also reap. But if you repented of something and you ask for forgiveness over it, then it's under it's washed under the blood. That's what he died for. It said he died for the sins of the world. So if I done something wrong and I asked him for forgiveness on it and I never went back and did that thing again, nothing's going to come back to me. I repented of it. I turned away from that wicked way. Therefore, it's not going to come back to me. And I don't believe it's going to come back to me later either, which is it won't. Okay, so why then, when I help someone, it gets thrown back in my face to the point that it affected my health? Well, here's the thing: is that Mandy, you know how many people? I know you guys say you see me and I'm helping folks left and right, but do you know how many people that I actually have helped for years? And then they still turned around and did the very opposite thing of what I was trying to do. Because that's what I found out when I told you guys, you see some of the other videos, is that I tell people that people are going to be people. Guys, I can sit here and give you guys advice. I can tell you the right direction to go. I can tell you the right food to eat. But the point is, I can't make you do it, though. I can't put no desire in you to desire to want to do better. You have to actually want to do better. So I can sit here and talk all night, talk all day about things you can eat, things you can drink, getting hooked up with God. I can tell you all those things, but it's going to have to come down to your decision and whether you want to do that or not. I can't make you do it. So I've learned along around this road. And Mandy, I'm telling you, I'm talking minimum. I can't even count, but minimum at least 50 people that when I say I've been talking to them and mentoring them for years, and they still turn around and they still turn around and rob somebody and go to jail for 15 years. I mean, you just going to learn that people are still going to be people regardless of what you tell them. But always look at this as this being their chance, this being their moment. I try to tell them I'm not nothing special at all. I'm not nothing special at all. But I do believe that at this moment, God placed me in your life to try to lead you to the right direction. Now, whether you choose to go that direction or not, that's all up to you. I'm not forcing you. I'm not trying to scare you or nothing like that. I just simply let them know, stick around and I'll show you these different walks of life and I can show you how you can actually be successful. But if you don't have that willingness, if you don't have that desire to actually want to be anything different than what the streets have taught you to be, I can't help you. So now I actually know enough about that. Now I can spot it like easy now. Any kids that I talk to and deal with, some of them I'm just like, hey, I'm not going to do this. You got to go on about your business. I can't help you. You one of those kids that life is going to have to teach you. And that's just how it is. That's just how it is. Some kids, you just have to, I tell some of the parents, your son just going to have, the streets going to have to tell, life is going to have to teach your son. Jail and all that stuff is going to have to teach him. I'm telling you right now. So Sand Trouble says, I was only stating as a Christian approximation of karma. What do you mean by that? I believe, okay, then also as far as reaping what you sow, I think I was just talking the other night on here about a kid that I was in the 4th grade with. He was Jehovah's Witnesses. He's a Jehovah's Witness, a white kid, and he didn't celebrate birthdays or anything like that. But he was like this goofy kid that was like cringy acting. Like he would always come up and say like the corniest jokes. And he always seemed to say it to me. So I kept like saying like, dude, like leave me alone. But he would always come and be like, hey, you want to know what Shakespeare said? To be or not to be? That was the question. I'm like, dude, that was whack. You're not funny. Like, stop. So anyway, one day he was getting on my nerves so bad because he just kept on he wasn't being mean or nothing. He was just trying to, you know how people try to be your friend and you ain't trying to be their friend. I was in the 4th grade, guys. So anyway, I started singing happy birthday to him. They don't celebrate birthdays, Jehovah's Witnesses don't. Christmas, nothing. So I started singing happy birthday to him, and he just snapped and was like, shut the F up. And he started crying, and both of us got in trouble. Took us down to the office. The principal had a long talk with both of us, and he let the principal know that I was making fun of his religion and all this and that. And you talking years went by. Now, when you say you shall reap what you sow, I was wrong for doing that to him. Now, he didn't grow up to be a kid that came back and like whacked me upside the head. But what happened is that every once in a while, I would just get this overwhelming feeling of just feeling so terrible and bad that I did what I did. That I was in my late 20s when I finally went to this guy and said, hey, in the 4th grade, I remember saying this to you and doing this to you and I made you cry. And I even tried to defend myself down the principal's office by saying, I was trying to justify that I said I knew your religion and all that. And I told him, I apologize for that. I got that weight lifted off my chest, man. It was just bothering me. So to say I didn't necessarily reap what I sowed, you know what I mean? Like nobody came back to me and started doing what I did to him. It's just that as I begin to get older and mature and I start dealing with kids, I recognized how much a person can be affected. Like, for instance, somebody can do something to me as a kid. And as I get older, I'm going to never forget what they did. And you never know, I might get old enough and big enough to where I want to go over there and just knock this dude out. Because I remember when I was a kid, he pushed me down and made me get this scar on my arm. Like, this scar came from you. And now I'm bigger than you. I'm about to get you back for it. So I'm saying people can hold on to things. I don't know. This could have been something that could have been life-changing for the guy throughout his life. I don't know. But I do know this. After I did that, he started crying. We hugged. He was like, thank you so much for doing that. And I remember that to this day. He told me how it did affect him later on in his life. He found himself being like on the lookout, like waiting for somebody. I did something really terrible. So I felt real bad about it, and I was glad that we got it. I found him through, of course, look, online, you can find anybody. He had a Facebook. Mr. Bremen, it wasn't 20. I said late 20s. So you're talking like 27, 26 years old, and he's around the same age. Steve Fletcher, yes, intermittent fasting will definitely speed that process up. Especially if you just put nothing but protein in your system. So there's a nice little protein drink out there called IsoPure. And it's protein. I think there's like 50 grams of protein and there's no sugar in it and no carbs in it. So if you're working out, that'll be the way to go, is taking the IsoPure. And yeah, but not doing any if you do intermittent fasting, I do that every day. I've been doing it for years. I eat once a day. Mr. Bremen, yep, I met up with him. I found out that he worked at Walmart, and then I was just like, oh man, I'm gonna go up there. I said, I haven't talked to you for a while. I want to just come up and see what you're doing. I'm just kind of coming back in town and talk to friends. And then when I saw him there, I just let him know. I've done it to a lot of people that I've hurt before in our childhood. I was like, you might not even remember this, but I called you this name, and we all was in the same ghetto. I'm making fun of you for that way you smelled and all that. And we all come from the same area, single parent home, no dad in our life, not having no idea that I might have affected you and hurt you and caused you to actually have a change of life. I might be the reason why you're that shy acting kid or something like that. So Steve Fletcher, no, because I think it's mainly it's a lot of it's a lot of plant based. It's not like that hardcore, you know what I mean? It's not that hardcore protein where, they got it from they grounded up some beef jerky to a fine powder and you're drinking it. Wow. Yeah, I mean, it just, Mr. Brandman, I see what you're saying. Ugh, jerk flavored soda. Ooh. Miss Vicky, yes, I do. Just not a lot of it. What would I recommend to a 17-year-old who wants to get ripped? Sometimes you just have to wait till your man weight comes on. I'm telling you. It sounds crazy, but sometimes I don't care. I can show you some pictures back in high school, man. I stayed in the gym trying to get lit, pumped up, and everything. It just was not happening. Then when I got into like my early 20s, all of a sudden I call it my man weight. I started to fill out, my shoulders became more broad, and I mean, when I'm silent, it's odd, Susan. But Miss Vicky, yes, I do eat meat, just not a lot of it though. You do guys do know that plant is the only real protein. Plants are the only protein source, period. I make people so mad. They say, dude, you cannot get your protein from plants. Yes, you can. Plants are the only thing that actually makes protein. Now, you will eat it, animals will eat it, and their body will convert it chemically. A chemical thing takes place, replication and protein synthesis, all this stuff take place to build protein, but plants are the only thing that really has protein in it. I mean, don't get me wrong, animals, when you eat them, animals muscle that is protein, but you got to ask yourself what turned the muscle into muscle. So when people say things to me like, dude, you cannot just eat plants and gain muscle, I say, well, okay, well, go tell that to that silverback gorilla. Go tell him that he ain't strong. Go tell him. Like, go over there and wrestle. You bench pressing 500 pounds. Go over there to that silverback gorilla that don't eat meat at all, who don't eat protein, and see who's gonna win. So I want to see that. So Retri, what plants do I eat? Some of everything. Rabbit grass, wheatgrass, kale, turnip, dandelion, gosh, oranges, apples, all kinds of apples, lettuce. I mean, I eat a lot of fruit and vegetables, a lot of them. Avery J, you say your man weight is never coming? No, I'm not vegan at all. Mr. Brandman, no, I eat meat. I just don't eat a lot of it. Like not a huge, you know what I mean? Like a huge consumption of it. Like mine is opposite. Like you'll see some meat on my plate, but you'll see it surrounded with a ton of fruit and vegetables. No, I haven't been to India. Hell, I haven't been there. But in Jamaica, we eat with a lot of spices too. Where when you eat these spices, you got to build up a tolerance to it because when it comes out the other end, that's what gets people the most. It's like they suffer because when you eat something that's spicy in the mouth and all that, when it comes out the other end, oh boy. Time in, I give you a guarantee is that yeah, K Hodges, if you on blood thinners, you got to be careful of eating a lot of greens. They need to just kind of wean you off of it, do half the pill and let you start to eat greens. Kane said the burning ring of fire is so worth it. Yeah, after you do it for a while though, you get used to it. It doesn't bother you as bad. Well, then you would love Jamaican food too. Nina, keep at it. Keep at it. With people with menopause, make sure you definitely keep a lot of fluid in your system. Water, big time. It's where all the transportation, waste excrementation, all that takes place. Making sure you have plenty of water in your system, especially when those flashes come on. Trust me, I worked with nothing but about 15 women, and now I was the only guy. And trust me, when them hot flashes came, nope, I have not done Ring of Fire. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Dr. Vic. I'm thinking that's what they can do. Mandy, you asking me what's your purpose in life? You want to know what your purpose in life is right now? Your number one purpose in life right now is, Mandy? You're not going to, you know what it is, Mandy? Being a mother. Absolutely number one key for you right now is being a mother. Because right now, it's about that daughter of yours. Being a mother, Mandy. Now, okay, if you want to go beyond that, if you're trying to figure out what is the thing, you know, like as far as like fulfillment, what is it that you absolutely love doing? Nobody would have to pay you for it. What is it that you love doing so much that it's not only just a hobby, but you do it because you feel like it's actually part of you? And whatever that thing is, continue to do that. And if you're trying to do something that's going to have an effect on people, continue to do your craft, continue to do your thing, and then the people will come. Whatever it is that you actually absolutely are passionate about, you love doing it, whether people are there or not, you like doing it. For instance, you guys got to see me play the bass. You guys got to see me play my keyboard, right? I did those things before people ever saw it. Playing the keyboard is what I did when the street lights came on and we had to be in the house because of gang activity and all that was going to be happening in the streets. I will be in the house playing away at my keyboard. It's because I love doing it. It wasn't because of the purpose of me trying to have people hear me. Now, it eventually led to me doing something like that and people heard me, but that was not the purpose of me doing it. So if you say singing is it and helping people, then do those things wholeheartedly. Helping people and singing. So if you say you love singing, have you thought about wherever you live in England? Have you thought about getting with a local choir, getting with a singing group, getting with a volunteering group that goes around and sing, period, anything like that? And if you love helping people, have you thought about going and volunteering at a soup kitchen, going to any AA meeting? I mean, you got all kind of places you can go to. And when you say helping people, what avenue are you talking about as far as helping people? Monetary, giving advice, physical help, Habitat for Humanity. I don't know if they have that in England. Helping somebody build a home, helping kids that are at risk, helping women that have been beaten and battered. Any of those, whatever it is, and you're passionate about it and you love doing it, it's not going to feel like it's a job. It's going to feel like it's actually a hobby. Like what I'm doing right now, I don't feel like this is work. I don't feel like this is a job. It's just something that I actually love doing it. So yeah, Susan. No, but Susan, what's funny is working with them, they told me I helped balance them out. They're like, we're so glad there's a guy here. It just feels like I just helped balance because I was the go-to person. All right, Fletcher, you have a good night, sir. I'm going to be following you in a minute. Well, you know what I mean. I'm going to be going to bed too. Done deal 67. I don't really shut down nothing. I have no idea even what borax is, so I have no idea what that is. What's my favorite way to cook my greens? I usually juice them, but if you tell me my favorite way to cook them, it's going to be in water, of course, and then make a nice stock to go with it. Like get some bone marrow from the store, and season those bone marrow. Like you pack the bone marrow all around with like garlic butter and spices in the garlic butter like thyme or turmeric, some crushed mint, and make a butter out of it and pack it all around the bone and pack it in the bone onto my bone marrow and roast that in the oven for like 2 hours at like 200 degrees and take that bone out, put it straight and make a stock with it and mix it around and all that, and then put the greens in there and just let them just kind of wither in it while it's simmering. Then you can add whatever you want to. Sometimes we'll do like turkey necks in there or oxtail. Epilepsy is a taboo? That's not taboo. Oh yeah, Susan, I was very busy. All right, Lacey, you have a good night, madam. Yeah, oxtail. Yeah, done deal, CC7. I'm gonna check into that. Seriously. John from Brazil. Muito bem. Muito bem. Well, Miss Atterbury, you have people wondering why you feel that epilepsy is taboo. Six minutes and then I'm gone. 6 more minutes. Oxtails and rice, absolutely. Okay, Helena. Jason Steiner, my brother, does that. Michael Garina, that's where I'm from. Susan Andrade, take your time, sis, okay? If you need to text me little small pieces at a time, go ahead and do it. Well, Mandy, no, I mean, do you have them? Do you have them now? I mean, I know of kids that I grew up with kids that would get so angry, mad, they would, and then they would pass out too. But I wouldn't necessarily say they had like an epileptic episode or nothing like that. They just got so angry that the oxygen got shut off from their brains and they fell out. Woo wee, lethal. Look at you talking about some neck bones. That's what my family then put in beans. Beans and neck bones. Jason Steiner, me too, sir. Love him. Yeah, see, Doc Vic, you know what I'm talking about. It's actually called like the oh man, it's called the Valsalva maneuver, where you get some you and no air is gone out. You got a huge buildup of carbon dioxide in there, and the oxygenation to the brain gets shut off. Yeah, your brain will shut you down just so you can breathe again. Okay, so man, this sound okay. So when you have these fits, what happens? You know what I mean? Like when that fit is getting ready to happen, I want to know type of what type of what's the word I'm looking for, Doc? I don't know, parasympathetic or sympathetic reflex, whatever. What reflex? What is going on with your body before you do this whole having a fit thing? I want to know what you start to feel before you start to have that huge fit to cause you to pass out. Have you had anything called a, oh, well, like, little while, Doc, you just read my mind. I was about to say echoencephalogram. Look at Lethal. Look at you, girl. You put some ham hocks in your greens. All right. I hear you. Said chicken necks, huh? We did turkey necks. I never had chicken necks. Done deal, absolutely. Real good for the circulatory system. Hey, Mandy Atterbury, do you see what Dr. Victor is saying? Well, A6753009. Okay, so Mandy, my question would be though is what is going on that triggers that? If you have them 2 to 3 times a day or a week, oh man, Jason, I smash chitlins. I tear some chitlins up. I only eat them twice a year though, Thanksgiving and Christmas. Apple cider vinegar. Jonathan Roboyo 22, apple cider vinegar or baking soda, warm water and honey. But apple cider vinegar. Pray for Wendy Williams. Who was that? Who was Wendy Williams and what happened to Wendy Williams? Is that one of our subscribers? I got a few subscribers named Wendy, so I don't know which one you're talking about. Oh, what? You talking about the how you doing? Oh my God, pray for her. I have no idea. Well, Nico, that means you should have drunk. You probably need to have drunk more of the apple cider vinegar because usually it prevents the heartburn. That's what acid reflux pretty much in part is kind of is heartburn. So you probably need to have taken more than what you were putting in there. And when I have people do it, I have them do it straight. Put it in there and chunk it down real fast. Don't mix it with no water or anything. You said pray for Wendy Williams. That woman got millions of dollars. I'm sure she can have the best pastors, whoever she wants to come and have pray for her. Pray for her. She wanted to do the cocaine. You can't pray for somebody that ain't trying to change. Prayer is not going to do nothing. I'll tell you right now, prayer is not going to do nothing. Oh man, Lethal, I eat them all the time. I eat them raw. Mike, you talking our talk now? Curry dishes like curry goat. But Nico D, I'm telling you, when I say to do it, I'm not saying mix it with water. You got to be able to do it straight. Mr. Brandman talking about drinking apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar for like heartburn or acid reflux. 50 milliliters. I thought you was about to tell me like a half a cup. Appreciate that, John Foster. Crack is whack. Oh man, you were wrong for that. You're gonna learn that you can pray for people all you want to, but if that person or those people that you're praying for, if they're not trying to change, your prayers is not gonna help. I know some religious people are, oh no, yes it can, because God can. No, God is not gonna make nobody do nothing that they don't want to do. Plain and simple. Jonathan, it all depends on how bad the acid reflux is. I always tell people it depends on what cap you have in there. If you can do like a shot, however much is in the little shot glass, and get it down, that right there. Lethal, sounds like you're going to be getting down. Done deal. Watermelon does that too. Best colon cleanser to me is going to be a coffee enema. But if you're talking about Nico D, do you eat tomatoes? I knew you would get in there and fall for that one. I haven't done tripe either, Barb. I haven't done tripe. What about pills that I can buy at Whole Foods? I don't know. I look, guys, I told you before, I got a video on about juicing. If you just look up how many vitamins and minerals is in one carrot, I mean, I get my stuff from there. I'm not getting my stuff from a supplement or nothing like that. I'm getting it from the ground. I'm getting it from the carrots, the apples, the berries, the nuts. I'm getting it from there. I'm not doing those supplements. It seemed like nobody needed vitamins until somebody started saying, take your vitamins, We're Flintstone kids. They'll keep you strong and growing. We just ate them flip. We just tear them things up because they tasted like candy. 10 million strong and growing. Ha 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 ha, Michael. Yep, my kids don't want no vitamins. I'm not on vitamins. My wife was never on vitamins. Get it from the earth, people. I'm telling you. But anyway, this is like one of those moments where, you know, you're on the phone talking to somebody and y'all just breathing in each other's ear. So, I'm getting ready to check out. I am about to check out. I'm 8 minutes past the time that I said I was going to be here. And y'all ain't hearing me. Well, one person did. Thanks, John. Thanks, Otis. Let peace. Mm.